Thinking of starting your business on Amazon in 2025, but you're worried about risks like high fees, slow logistics, and losing money. In this video, I'm going to be showing you growth hacks and how to avoid beginner seller mistakes. Let's get to work. Just like the UAE and KSA, Amazon as a marketplace is absolutely booming in both of those countries. But that doesn't mean as a seller there are absolutely no risks and you should just go ahead and sell any product that you want. Certainly, you need to come into this business understanding all of the risks, and the majority of sellers do end up losing money and not succeeding because they don't know how to manage these risks and how to overcome certain pitfalls, specifically when we're talking about logistics, fees, and overall processes of how Amazon operates. So let's fix all of these problems and mistakes with some proven hacks and strategies. Hi, my name is Crystal from the Amazon Sellers Society. We are a certified Amazon service provider based in Dubai and supporting sellers on Amazon in the Middle East since 2019. If you need help and support with finding the best product to sell on Amazon, product research, or if you are already an existing seller on Amazon, you're spending too much money on ads and not generating any sales, we can help you. Book a free consultation call with myself and the team so that we can go over your problems and try to identify whether or not we can help you. You'll find all of the details on our website, www.assmiddleeast.org, or you'll find the direct link in the description box under this video. I've divided my tips into 2 separate elements, 2 growth hacks and 3 risk management hacks. Let's get started with the growth hacks and tip number 1. Dual strategy, FBA and FBM. FBA is the ideal way for any seller to sell on Amazon because it provides the customers free shipping and fast shipping, and who doesn't want things for free and fast? But smart sellers combine FBA with FBM so that they never run out of stock and so that they are always winning the buy box. Ideally, in this strategy, what you want to happen is as soon as you run out of the FBA inventory, if you're not able to restock, then you switch automatically to FBM. This is essential if you are a large seller with multiple SKUs and you recently launched on Amazon, because Amazon is going to limit the amount of inventory that you currently have. The inventory that you currently have to warehouse inside of Amazon. So the allocated warehousing inventory, which proves to be a very big problem in the very beginning. Smart sellers tend to split their inventory 80% FBA and 20% FBM. Certainly that's if you don't have enough inventory allocated in Amazon. Growth hack number 2, leverage localized listings. LLL. This is certainly very important because obviously in the UAE and Saudi Arabia, people tend to speak 2 languages, Arabic and English. And some people prefer Arabic a little bit more than they prefer English, and vice versa. So certainly your listings need to be in both Arabic and English. The good news is that Amazon helps you with translating the content. That's absolutely fine. But what about the images? In marketplaces like Saudi Arabia, we've seen that sellers that actually add Arabic to their images tend to be more favored by customers and tend to even be more featured by Amazon. So consider, if your customer is mostly an Arabic-speaking individual, then consider doing those things. Now, when it comes to keywords, certainly you need to add keywords, Arabic keywords. That's if there's research that shows that these Arabic keywords are being utilized in the back end of your listings, or you can even utilize those keywords if there's enough data in your advertising. I'm talking about Arabic keywords for sure. Now let's talk about the number 1 mistake that sellers make. Fix this and you will potentially beat all of your competition. Risk management tip number 1, demand forecasting. In order to forecast, you need data. In order to have data, you need to utilize tools, because Amazon's own internal tools also have data, but sometimes the data is a little bit limited. So you can utilize tools like Helium 10. If you're new to the channel, Helium 10 is a great seller tool for any Amazon seller, and it currently operates on Amazon UAE and KSA. If you want a cheeky, cute little discount in order to use Helium 10, up to 20%, you'll find it linked in the description box of this video, we're going to give you 20% off for 6 months, or I believe 10% for your very first month's subscription. Now, what you want to do is you want to avoid ordering too much and overstocking, because let's face it, you don't want your money all tied up into inventory. And if you are warehousing these products, sometimes you're just paying for storage without generating any sales. You also want to avoid understocking, because certainly you don't want to run out of stock, specifically if the product is performing very well. So you want to understand the demand so that you can forecast the quantity properly. Risk management tip number 2, fees awareness. Look, I talk about this all the time. If you're not new to the channel, I talk about fees, costs. This is very important, and I still meet sellers that are new to the platform that have no idea how much money they are paying Amazon, and that makes no sense. You need to know all of those things before you launch any product on Amazon. And it's actually quite simple. The main fee that you need to be concerned with is the referral fee, which the lowest referral fee per category on Amazon is 5%, and the highest is 15%. Second of all, if you're utilizing FBA, and I hope you are, you need to understand what your FBA fee is for the product that you intend to sell or are selling, because FBA fees are always fixed. They are based on the size and weight of your product, and it's quite easy for you to know. If you log into sell.amazon.ae, you can find all of the guidelines and all of the information. Now, lastly, you need to understand that FBA storage per month is quite cheap in the UAE and Saudi Arabia. It's almost nothing per unit. But what you also need to understand is that there is risk of long-term storage. If your units are sitting for a very long time, you'll start paying a lot of storage fees. And sometimes the FBA fees, depending on the quarter, like Q4, where there's a lot of demand, you might have an increase in fees, or Amazon might reduce down the quantity that you are currently allocated, which means you have to remove that excess inventory and probably send it to a third-party logistics provider, where you have to end up paying more. And finally, risk management tip number 3, cash flow. Remember, in order to sell on Amazon, you have to order products and then sell them. And if you're running low in stock, you have to order products and pay for those products prior to you selling out, because of course you don't want to sell out, you want to keep the ball rolling. So cash flow and how to manage your cash flow is, an art in and of itself. So that's something that you need to be aware of. And what you need to be aware of is that Amazon doesn't pay you every day. Amazon pays you every 15 days. And in the beginning, actually, Amazon reserves your payments 7 additional days. So sometimes you might get paid every 21 days. So make sure you understand the cash flow so that you don't run out of money if you want to reinvest in more inventory or even more products to launch. Amazon in the Middle East in 2025 has a huge potential, but that's only if you know how to balance risk and growth. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because we've got some awesome videos for the rest of the year. Make sure that you thumbs up this video and you leave me your comment and your questions or any of your problems. Hopefully you don't have any, but leave them in the comment section of the video. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.